VaderG here, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to check out Valkyrie in Alliance Battle Extreme with Combat Female team. I managed to sneak a couple of runs in last night when I was actually watching Cobra Kai. So the runs, I was definitely not concentrating because the episodes of Cobra Kai were really cool. But yeah, we still managed to push up around that sort of 6 million mark with this team. Just a quick one before we get into the Alliance Battle Extreme run. Where are we at with the update? Well, I'm kind of impressed with the update so far, right? There's no new paywall units. It's the first time we've seen this in a long time where there's actually been no new characters added to the game. And in more recent times, there's been new paywall characters added to the game, right? So firstly, off to an excellent start with that. There's no major changes to the game mechanics that I can see. Obviously, there's some new additions to the story modes, which I covered in yesterday's video, the very first video that I did with it, which was a bit of an overview. But what we've got the ability now to actually farm additional cards. But not only that, if you look up here, Dimension Dust and also Titan's component packs as well. And then if you get enough puzzle pieces, then you can potentially get either a 5-star or a 6-star card, or some more TCPs and Dimension Dust, which goes hand in hand with having Null dropping more CCF. So it looks like Netmarble have actually put quite a bit of thought into this update, above and beyond just looking for ways to make dollars, to be perfectly honest. And that's what it's been like for me for the last 12 months. It's like every update, how much is it going to cost? Why are they trying to do this? Why are they trying to milk us? But this update to me seems not to be in that same vein. So hopefully this is a new era of Netmarble with their updates, and actually listening to the players and actually thinking about their game rather than thinking about how they can make the most money out of every possible player that they possibly can. Something else that's kind of interesting that is an improvement is if you go into your normal daily chest stuff and you go to your hero chest, then it's now, instead of a 1-star hero chest, it's a 3 to 6-star character which drops. So obviously you got a 4-star there, so 48 biometrics of a character, so that's a lot better than 8. That's all going to add up through a week. So for players struggling with biometrics, so new players in particular, that's a pretty massive boost to biometric farming for you guys, so you can increase your characters quicker and the rest of it. I personally don't need biometrics in my account because I've got 390,000, but I still think it's probably something worth mentioning that's pretty cool. So overall, I'm going to say at this point in time, it's a pretty good update. Like, I think it's the best update that I can remember for a long time, to be perfectly honest. Okay, on to the lady of the show, so Valkyrie. We'll quickly run through her skill preview. I suppose, like I mentioned before, pretty easily pushed up to around about that 6 million mark with me basically not paying much attention. I did a bunch of videos yesterday. Interesting to note, in her awakened skill here, we've got Heimdall and Sif appearing. So this is a dilemma I think that most players are actually going to face. We know, just by having Sif in this skill animation, that Sif will be getting a awakened skill mid-month. Now, is it going to be worthwhile ranking up Valkyrie, considering that awakening crystals probably the most, it's probably the rarest type of material in the game at this point in time, given now that Null drops extra CCF. But these things here, even though there's a shitload of these in this account, are probably the rarest item in the game at this point in time. Obviously, besides Odin's Blessings, I'm talking stuff that you can actually farm every day. There's a real limit on the awakening crystals. It used to be the Mandalay gems, but now they got buffed significantly, so it's not that. So anyway, Valkyrie, from her skill descriptions, the important skills, her third skill has accumulated damage, right? So accumulation based on damage dealt, one of the most powerful sort of attacks in the game. It also has paralysis on that third skill as well. On the second skill, she's got a silence, so already we've got two very important traits for an Alliance Battle Extreme character to cancel the beast roar. First skill, bleed damage. Would have been nice if that was burn. Fourth skill, we've got defense down, remove elasticity, And then we've got immune to all damages, so nice survivability on the 4th. And the 4th is where she kind of swings around in an arc and hits everything with a sword. The 5th skill is a big buff, right? And also someone that summons the Pegasi, using the correct term. So here's the build. Here's, you know, Odin's Blessings, four slots amped on each one. Crit rate near maxed. Crit damage 178, so a little bit lowish if we want to sort of, you know, pick out the build in terms of crits. Power of Angry Hulk ISO set, and I think I did put some crit damage Euro on her. Yeah, I did. We're running here with a CTP of Rage. Uniform. We'll quickly roll through the uniform options very, very quick. So Medusa, She-Hulk, Jean, Thor, and White Fox. Okay. So the rotation we're going to use, we're kind of going to sort of use the accumulation skill as much as we can, right? So the 3rd skill, we want to have that up at all times. And obviously the 5th skill buff, we want to try and roll through, you know, roll with that as much as possible. And you'll see here on screen that, you know, she goes pretty damn good. Unfortunately, I couldn't compare her with Red She-Hulk because Red She-Hulk has not realized the potential in the test server, which is just dumb, to be perfectly honest, by Netmarble. I don't really know why it was locked behind a potential lock there. Anyway, whatever, I can't compare. But with scores pushing 6 million, consider with the same sort of exactly the same cards, similar build, Thanos was maybe pushing up around 4.5 mil yesterday. So, and she's pushing up around 6. So that gives you a bit of a direct comparison for a known entity within the game. They're both physical attackers, and yeah. So anyhow, guys, enjoy the run. Have a think about whether you want to awaken her or not. I'm in two minds if it's only 2 weeks away for a Sith awaken skill and a potential uniform. I don't really know which way to go myself. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Just going to let the video run here in the background. And yeah, definitely not an ideal run. Definitely not a perfect run, but it's a run nevertheless. Shame I couldn't get the comparison with Red She-Hulk, but hopefully it gives you guys some idea of Valkyrie's power level. Like I said, compare with Thanos. Thanos yesterday around about 4.5 mil with similar build. All right, guys, see ya.